Hey guys, so I thought I would do something a little different on my channel. Um, I'm still new to this, so I don't know if this is something I'll continue to do or if this is a one-time thing or what. Um, but I thought I would do a TV show review. Um, the Power Rangers Cosmic Fury review. And I have, a pro and con list of it. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about it in case you haven't watched it or if you are wanting to watch it or anything like that. First of all, I love Power Rangers. I will watch Power Rangers even if it's bad reviews, a new series, new season, bad reviews, whatever. I don't judge a book by its cover. I will watch it regardless because I love Power Rangers. That being said, I decided to watch Cosmic Fury, and I finished it in 2 days because I loved it. But I did have a pro and con list. There were things I liked and disliked. So if you have not watched it, and if you want to watch it, this is spoilers. So click out of this if you haven't watched Cosmic Fury yet. But I do have some pro and con lists, like I mentioned. Let's start with a con. Ollie was evil for 8 out of the 10 episodes, and that bugged me. Like, that really bugged me. Hold on, I just remembered something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But yeah, only 8 to... But yeah, sorry. Only 8 episodes out of the 10, he was evil. And that bugged me. Like, why did he have to be evil for that long? That, yeah. A pro that I really liked, and I wish there were more of it, but sadly there isn't, was that Amelia became a Red Ranger. I loved that, okay? Sorry, if you hear barking in the background, that's one of my annoying dogs that he just loves to bark. But I loved that they made Amelia a Red Ranger. I absolutely love that. I wish they had more female Red Rangers. There's only a handful of them. A pro but con kind of combined. I might have a couple of them, but a pro con combined I had was Fern was a Ranger, an Orange Ranger, which I loved that they made Fern a Ranger. I loved it. I still have a little bit of beef with the Dino Charge. I'm not gonna get into that, but I love that they made Fern a Ranger. They did only make her a Ranger for 5 episodes though, so that was kind of a bummer. But they did make her with the Solon's powers, kind of like a Solon Ranger. So I liked that. I liked, a pro that I liked was kind of actors' past connections or past work. Um, I, because I'm a geek like that, I look up at some actors and actresses and on IMDb and look up what they've done and whatnot. And I noticed, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the villains, one of the villains. But she was on the Almighty John, a show called The Almighty Johnsons. It's not an old show, but an older show. And I really like that because I will admit that I could be wrong because I can't search that right now, right now. And my memory is trash. If you've watched a previous video of mine, you might know that, or I might have talked about that on my channel before. But if you've watched the Almighty Johnsons, one of the brothers, I can't remember his name, he is the dad, Tarek, in the Power Rangers series. And then, again, I could be wrong about this, but his lover in, or his one true love in the Almighty Johnsons is one of the evil squid characters. Squid voice characters. Again, I could be wrong. I cannot search that right now, but I know I searched that and I know I saw some sort of connection about that. So, if you want to look that up yourself, go for it. But I did like that connection. Another connection that I liked was that they had Michael Hurst in it. I mean, he was a voice in it, but I still liked him in it. Another little side connection with that was that way back in Dino Fury, I can't remember the title of the episode, but it was the episode with the fortune teller. The actress that plays the fortune teller is an actress that worked on a show that worked kind of hand in hand with a show that Michael Hurst was on, if that makes sense. So, I don't know if I want to get into too much detail about that. Maybe I'll get into quick details, but what I'm talking about is Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules Legendary Journeys. Michael Hurst was a star in that, in Legendary Journeys, and the fortune teller was, I can't remember what her name was the mother of Xena in Xena Warrior Princess. So, but those two shows kind of went hand in hand. They crossed over quite a bit. So I kind of liked that connection. That's just me, because, I'm a geek. I liked that connection. But I liked that Michael Hurst was a voice in his work. That's just me. That's all the pros that I have on my side. I do have a few more cons, just because I haven't talked about them all. I talked more pros in a row than cons. One thing that so a con that I had was Zed was not destroyed in the end. This is my personal opinion, but I am a big fan of the big bad, the big master bad guys being destroyed in the end. Like, that's just me. That's just who I am. Excuse me. When I talk, a lot of my mouth dries up, so I have to drink. I have to drink something. But Zed was not destroyed, and that's just me. I like big bad master guys destroyed. So like, let's say, let's go way back to something like Mystic Force. Okay. The big bad evil guy was completely vanquished. Completely. And for another example, let's go to SPD. The big bad guy was not destroyed, but contained, like they did in a lot of, well, in most of their episodes. Again, that's just me. I like it. The big bad guys destroyed. And Zed was not destroyed. He was trapped in an illusion on a distant planet with his wife. So that kind of bugged me. This is again another pro-con combo, but Heckle came back. If you remember Heckle from Dino Charge, Heckle came back. This is the same actor and the same the same character and the same person playing that character, Heckle. All the way back from Dino Charge, he came back for this. And the reason why I said on the side why I had some beef with Dino Charge a little bit, but we're not going to get into that part. But Heckle came back, which I liked. And on top of that, he became the Dark Ranger, which was not shown on Dino Charge, which, whatever. Which I liked. I liked that he became a ranger. That was cool. The issue with that is that he didn't really there wasn't really too much of an explanation of how he became a ranger. He said he was somewhere and something happened, but he didn't really give too much of an explanation. Again, I know that that's the writer's thing, but that was my con. That part was my con. I loved that Heckle came back, and I loved that he became a ranger. I did not like that he didn't have a real explanation of how he became a ranger. So I only have 2 more cons and then I'm done. So just bear with me. But another con that I had was that Javi and Izzy's parents never really found out that they were rangers. Another thing that I like in Ranger series, and there's not a whole lot, there are some, but not a whole lot, is that I like their secrets found out. I like their identities exposed. Um, so, like, Ollie's mom knows, and Amelia's pop knows, but Izzy and Javi's parents didn't have a clue, didn't know the entire series, which I was, I wasn't necessarily okay with, but whatever. And, you would think that they would kind of write in that they would tell them that they were Rangers after Javi loses his arm and gets a robotic arm, nonetheless. So that was my beef with that. Another thing that I had an issue with that it was only 10 episodes, which was really sad. I can understand from like a cost standpoint, or if like I can understand from a director's standpoint, or along those lines, I can understand that, but it still made me a little sad. I mean, Power Rangers usually has 22 episodes in a series, and this only had 10. So that was kind of sad. That was really sad for me. So that's basically my list. I probably have or had a few more pros and cons just up in my head, but couldn't remember or couldn't think of what they were. I probably could have or should have watched the entire series again, and wrote them down as I was watching them, or wrote them down as I watched them the first time. But oh well. But all in all, the series, I liked the series. It wasn't my favorite series in the entire Power Rangers universe, but again, I like all Power Rangers series. There's not that many Power Rangers series I don't like. There are a few, but there aren't that many. But I just like this one. And so if you haven't watched it, and if my spoilers haven't scared you off from watching it, I think it's a good watch to watch. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. I'm sorry for the layout. I'm trying landscape on my iPhone, so I'm sorry if the layout is kind of weird. Also, my voice naturally is like this. If you watch a previous video, my ACC story, I think I have an explanation of why my voice is croaky like this. So I do apologize about that, and I'm sorry if you can barely hear me. I hope that you can, or that you could, but hopefully you could. So I'm still trying to get used to this. I suck at making videos and posting and all that. Clearly, I'm not editing these videos, so this is just raw. video video footage of me, so clearly I'm making mistakes and clearly I'm pausing and all that stuff. So I apologize about that as well. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment on this, and subscribe if you want. I don't know how often or of what I would post. If you have ideas of what you would like to see on my channel, go ahead and comment on what you'd like to see. I'm very open to what you would like to see. So, with that, have a good day, and I will talk to you again at some point. Bye, guys.